What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 6 of our Rise to Glory here with Gibraltar Apex in the Segunda Division in Gibraltar. Hopefully you guys are good. Today I have for you guys kind of an end of season special thing. With 3 games left of the season, our kind of fate is a little bit kind of unknown. We have one massive game to start off this episode. That is going to be against Europa Point, who have been one of our big promotional rivals. From there we're going to continue to livecom the remaining 2 games of the season, which could potentially be against Red Imps and Hound Dogs, until we either secure the title or secure a spot in the promotion/relegation playoff against the team we finished second from bottom in the Primera Division. Anyway, a quick look at our fixtures since the last result. It was against College Europa that last episode. A little bit disappointing to lose, but since then we've bounced back fairly well. We started off with a 4-0 victory against Cannons. Really good performance. Good performances by a variety of players. Legia played particularly well this game. Really pleased with how this guy's come on. 9 goals and 3 assists. It's nothing crazy, but to be fair, he's had the mighty Warren Bright to play alongside. And Warren right here, 14 goals in 14 games in the league. Pretty good going. Hopefully he can grab some more for us today. So that was a good result there. We then drew 1-1 against Olympique. A little bit disappointing this one. Scott Ballantyne with an essential goal in this game to rescue a point. And Scott, since coming in from Lincoln Red Imps, he's not had a massive impact on our side. But you can see when he's played very well. And this was a game where he just got a very, very vital goal to save us a point. So how does that leave the league going into the kind of remaining games of the season? Well, as you can see here, we are top of the table still, although we are equal on points with Gibraltar Phoenix, who have 1 game left of the season. There's 22 games played in a year. If we win today against Europa Point in our first game of the season, that will see us go 3 points clear of Gibraltar Phoenix, with goal difference very much in our favour, but also see us go 5 points ahead of Europa Point, who will only have 1 game left to play. So essentially, if we beat Europa Point, we've all but won the league on goal difference, and we'll go into our second game of this episode against Red Imps, knowing kind of one result, any point, should be good enough to win us the title there and then. If we lose this game, get your calculator out is all I'm going to say, because Europa Point will leapfrog us onto 44 points and go top of the table, but we will have an extra game in hand despite being 1 point behind them. I really don't even want to consider kind of the mathematical implications of losing this first game against Europa Point. My main aim here is to win it easily, hopefully have a very good performance to go with it, and then obviously it all becomes fairly arbitrary then. We don't have to worry about kind of all the different kind of possibilities, different scenarios that might emerge, and well, instead we can kind of concentrate, I guess, on what's going on our side of the pitch. Anyway, for today's game I'm going to make a few little changes just to get players who aren't 100% fit out the team, but we're going to start off with Sueta in goal. We are going to play Glenn Gilbert at left back. I prefer him over Santos, who we did bring in January. Santos is an okay backup, but Glenn Gilbert, I feel like he's kind of earned his place in the first team this year. Despite declining a little bit, still a very, very good player for us. We'll go with Guerrero and Schembri at centre-back. Schembri, not the best in the air, but we're going to have to deal with that. Guerrero's not terrible in the air, so hopefully they can kind of work off each other. Right back, we'll go with Reyes. Midfield, we're going to go with Griffo out on the left. On the right, we go with Drimmy, the man, the myth, the legend. You'll be pleased to know, signed a new contract for another 2 years at the club. Really pleased about that, because Drimmy's been a big player for us. In centre mid, we go with Joseph Munoz, and alongside him, Danny B, the one and only creative player, really good roaming playmaker for us this year. 7.94 average rating, been a vital player in our midfield. And then up front we go with Legia, and we also go with Warren Bright, who I've already talked about. So let's submit our team for today's game. Joseph Munoz lacking a little bit of match fitness in the centre of midfield. But you know what, we've got very good players, and you know what, I don't think he needs to be match sharp to have a good performance here. Last time we played Europa Point, we won 1-0 with a last minute goal. Kind of don't want to go down that route again today. We are fortunate, we've not got too many injuries, obviously, with the fixtures being spaced out here in Gibraltar. The 22 fixtures kind of been played over 5 months. Player fitness doesn't often become a massive problem. Anyway, we've got a set piece early on here. Ball whipped in, cleared away, but Legia is there. Out wide to Drimmy. Can he whip in the ball? He can't. That was blocked fairly well there. And it was a clear-cut chance, apparently. Maybe we can make something from the corner. Rogers clears. Warren Bright is there. Munoz, not match sharp, not shooting sharp either. Straight at the keeper. Good save there. And it's still 0-0. But yeah, 22 games we will have played this year. In the Premier Division, I believe it's 27 games played in total. There's 10 teams in the division. Everyone plays each other 3 times. Obviously, it's a bit of a mix and match of how many home and away games you get. But that will help with our gate receipts, obviously, next season. Because you may have noticed our bank balance isn't looking too incredible at the moment. But we've got time to put that behind us. And we are on the attack here. A promotion, pretty essential though. And Drimmy, with the shot and with the goal, a really nicely worked goal. Kadrian getting us off the mark, makes it 1-0. We've been on top in this game. It's our second clear-cut chance. Drimmy's first clear-cut chance was blocked. The fans are holding their Gibraltar Apex banners in the stand. It's a pretty packed crowd for this massive game. And that is a great little finish there off the inside of the post. And, well, Drimmy is going to love that one. Been a vital player for us. I mentioned he has signed a new contract now as well, which is really nice. He's been kind of one of the surprise packages, I want to say. We brought him into the club on £200 a week, which is a lot of money. He was one of the biggest earners, and I was a little bit worried, they might not be worth it. But he really has established himself as kind of a vital player in our first team, and for him to sign an extended deal at the club and be willing to take a wage cut to about £180 is fantastic. Legia should have scored that. That was not fantastic. Put wide, but we do have a set piece. Griffo should get there. He will get there. Well ran. Good effort to get there. Good hustle. Munoz, Guerrero, Griffo on the overlap is going to be Gilbert. Can he get in the ball? Glenny Boy crosses it. Warren Bright is there. Those two players link up so nicely. Great goal. 2-0. Fantastic move. We are dominating this game against one of our big promotional rivals. Europa Point really been kind of applying some pressure to us in the league. We've slipped up a little bit of late. There's been some disappointing performances. And they've crept up on us. They've certainly continued winning. They've left me in an uncomfortable position. But with a result like this, we make it look easy. Reyes back into the box. Legia hits the post, and the keeper, Serreto, will be there to pick up the ball. And, well, you'd have to say it's fortunate. It's only 2-0. We've had 4 clear-cut chances. We might have another chance here. Reyes to Drimmy. Already 1 goal to his name. Back post, Griffo there for the header. The right mid and the left mid linking up in the box. Not often you can say that. And they make it 3-0. And this has been a superb performance to start off this end-of-season live-com. Drimmy whips in the ball. Griffo back post, free header, nods it down. Perfect little header back across goal. Keeper can't get down to it. We make it 3-0. This has been a superb first game of this live com. I was worried, I mentioned the mathematical implications of losing this game could have been, well, mind-numbing to say the least, and we would have had to get out the calculator. We would have been sat there trying to number crunch and work out all the different scenarios. A win here definitely makes everything a little bit clearer going into our last 2 games of the season. We all know that any point, I believe, should be enough for us to win the title. But anyway, playing well here. Still 20 minutes left. We can afford to make some subs here, I think. Maybe bring off a few of the tired players. Munoz not looking match fit. We'll take him off. Who else is struggling? Griffo struggling a little bit out on the left. We'll bring in Ballantyne for him. Griffo had a very good performance, but with a few games left, I don't really want to risk him. And I think we'll also take off... we'll take off Reyes as well, who's had a good game at right back. Not looking too sharp. Gives us a chance to bring on some fresh players in midfield. In the centre of the defence. Fenley going to come in at centre back. But 3-0 here, looking fairly good. We shouldn't choke this now. Obviously, I've made some changes. I'm confident the game is over. Might even be able to grab a few more here as Legia brings the ball forward. Griffo out on the left will be coming off the pitch soon. Switches it to Reyes, who's also being subbed off. Griffo hits the post, rebound. Bright can't get there. Danny B can't get there either. And it's going to stay at 3-0 here. And we've now made our changes. Fresh legs on. Warren Bright, he's going to be wanting a few more goals, you'd think here. Danny B bringing the ball forward for us. Ballantyne, the sub, on off the bench. Whips it in. The youngster, great ball in. Drimmy with the header, saved superbly. And scrambled away. And wow, we've been all over Europa Point this game. This is the kind of game and the kind of performance that if we can put in this kind of thing in the Premier Division, we are going to adapt very, very nicely next year to the football. And we have another goal. And it's this time, it's going to be Legia with it. Shembri, who was starting off at centre-back, moved out to right-back with the assist for us. Nice little interplay. Danny B out wide. One touch by Shembri. Hits it first time. Back post, Legia. Left peg. Just places it straight down the middle of the goalkeeper. Way out of position. Makes it 4-0. And this has been absolutely superb. We want 5, boys. Go on. Show no mercy. Ballantyne here. Fresh off the bench. Can he whip in a ball? He can. Bright is there. No mercy being shown. It's 5-0. It's a demolition job against Europa Point here. And you'd have to say, looking at the stats, we've absolutely deserved it. Ballantyne joined us in January, 17 years old. Great ball in, Bright with a goal. I think that's his second of the game. And at 5-0, well, it's game, set and match and probably title. The goal difference did play a little bit into kind of whether or not this kind of game would wrap up the league. It would required some kind of overturn if we won this game of kind of, I think, 10 goals between ourselves and Gibraltar Phoenix for them to win the league. So winning this game 5-0, I mean, it helps that cushion even more. And we can be very happy with the football we've played right there. That was absolutely superb. 5-0, domination. And yeah, we go top of the table. And as you can see here, the goal difference between ourselves and Gibraltar Phoenix, well, you'd have to say it's all but kind of unturnaroundable, unassailable. 15 goals the difference, and we do have a game in hand, which if we win, is going to help us massively. We secure a playoff spot. That is great news. And now we can continue forward to that Red Imps game. It's going to be a big game for us. I don't know if Gibraltar Phoenix play in the meantime. Obviously, you guys may have noticed with this league, fixtures kind of get played at very random days. You know, most days there is a match being played, obviously. Every club shares the same ground, and so as a result, you can't really have a load of 3 o'clock kickoffs, because otherwise the pitch is going to be a little bit crowded with 10 teams playing on. So there is a chance here that Phoenix play, and I've just kind of not accounted for it. And we win the league. Doesn't look like they are playing today, so that's nice. We will go into this Red Imps game knowing that any point will secure us the title. Red Imps actually the team that back in Football Manager 2014 I did my save with. They are kind of a sister team to Lincoln Red Imps. But unfortunately, in FM14, or fortunately I guess for me, but in FM14 they could be promoted still despite being kind of a B team. That's still since been fixed, so kind of the B teams within Gibraltar won't get promoted, the likes of Europa Pegasus and Red Imps. But yeah, it'll be nice to play them today for the title. Looking at it here, they're going to be playing in their iconic red and black hoops. I feel like I'm talking about the dress, if you guys can remember that nightmarish thing. Was it blue or black, or was it white and gold? Let me know in the comments. How did you see that dress, or did it change? That's how I feel looking at the Red Imps kit, even though white and black are nothing alike. Anyway, 0-0. No shit, Sherlock Jack. It's the first minute. Wake up. Sorry, I've got very carried away here with the fact that the title should be won. I feel like I've already got kind of, you know, the cocktail out on the sideline. I'm sat in a deck chair. Got a little umbrella in my drink. Soaking up some rays in Gibraltar. And hopefully we can just get a nice result here to secure us the title with a game to spare. Should be fairly kind of standard and nothing too crazy about this. Red Imps have struggled this year. I believe they're second or third from bottom in the league. If we could win 5-0 again, that would be quite nice, wouldn't it? We're bringing forward the ball. Ballantyne whips it in. Back post cleared away. Danny B. Drimmy whips in the ball. Ballantyne, and that is a nice goal. Ballantyne involved. Starting this game, Montegrifo injured, I do believe, or certainly unfit. I can't remember why I dropped him. But Ballantyne coming in, came off the bench last game, had a little bit of an impact. This time, Drimmy whips the ball to him, and it's another kind of wing-to-wing kind of assist. Drimmy and kind of whoever's been playing left mid for us this year, they've really had a nice kind of synergy when it comes to these back post crosses. Seems like the fullbacks really struggle to pick them up in the system that we currently play in. Well, 1-0 early on here. Might have to get a refill on my drink at the sideline at this rate. This is looking very comfortable. Drimmy coming forward with the ball. Bright. Ballantyne on the left. Whips it in. Simpson with the save. Ball in all, we're doing well. We're doing well. And Drimmy bringing the ball forward again here. Can he whip it in? Ballantyne's there. Back post. Legia makes it 2-0. This is going to be comfortable, I can tell. 2-0, his 13th goal of the season. Red Imps with their work cut out. It looks like we're going to be winning the title here today, which is absolutely fantastic. Looking at it, we've got obviously our home crowd packed into the stadium. The Gibraltar Apex flags kind of being draped behind the goal. That one is a very small sign. Whoever brought that one in, you need that upgrade in for next year in the Premier Division. That is not an acceptable banner dimension to try and squeeze the text Gibraltar Apex onto. But anyway, we're doing well here. Ballantyne with the ball. Bright. Nicely worked. Reyes out on the right. Can he whip in the ball? Drimmy there. Can he sweat it across? He can. Legia is there. It's 3-0. It could be more than 5. I said I wanted 5. 20 minutes gone. We're absolutely demolishing Red Imps. We've been so clinical so far this game. I'm going to skip the highlight because I'm conscious that if this game does turn into a bit of a rout, well, we could be here for a while, couldn't we? It's fair to say. But anyway, doing well here. Boateng going out wide though. We need to stay switched on. We can't afford to get too carried away. And Boateng scores. He's not a prince, but he is a Boateng. I feel like I said that last time we played Red Imps potentially in a live com. I'm now repeating my crappy little jokes. It's terrible. Boateng though, I'll tell you what, that's a lovely finish. On the volley, left foot. He's running for the ball. He thinks they've got a chance here, boys. I want us to destroy all hope in Red Imps right now. They're starting to believe again. We need to crush any kind of belief and any motivation they've just gained from that goal. Legia picks up the ball to Danny B. Out wide to Drummy. He's probably been our player of the season along with Warren Bright, really. Unfortunately, though, cleared away. Guerrero, though, fantastic header. Now can we get possession of the ball and look to bring it forward? We can't. Red Imps bringing it forward. Mahmoud with it in the centre. Cabacho hits the crossbar with his cross and it will go out for a corner. Reyes scrambling it away. And this game might not be over. I've been a little bit kind of complacent here. I've talked about me having my drink on the sideline. The drink has been set down right now. Because at 3-1, as convincing as we've been, it does look like Red Imps are kind of having a sniff at this game. They definitely don't think it's over, and they are coming at us. And they've got a corner here. Mahmoud, edge of the box. Shoots. Good save there by Sueta. Going to have another corner, though, to deal with. We don't have the tallest defence. That is one weakness of our side, and it is kind of shining through here. Red Imps with a third corner consecutively. They are piling up their shots on goal total here, although we will get the ball clear, and that should be all she wrote for the half-time, although it's not. There's another chance. Bright, Warren, can you get the ball into the box? Legia is there. Oh, what a run that would have been. Simpson, though, with the save. I thought Bright was about to go on an absolute wonder run and get us an insane goal. However, not to be, and it will be saved, although we've just... What have we done? What is that defending? We've just given them a route back into this game. It's 3-2. Boateng scored again, and Who does Gilbert? Glenn Gilbert, you have got the assist for that. I don't care that this happened in between. This is on your head, son. Yeah, you work back. Outrageous. Outrageous. Glenn Gilbert, he's an undercover agent for Red Imps, confirmed. He wants us to lose this game. And they tell the players I'm not happy. They're fired up and motivated, and so they should be. This is a game that, at 3-0, look, all kind of said and done. A draw here would still be good enough, I do believe, to win us the title, but the nature of this result, at the moment at least, is going to leave a bit of a sour, funny taste in my mouth, because this is not the kind of result I wanted to win the title with, although we do have a chance. Drimmy, cross-blocked, unfortunately. We might have a corner here. Piling quite a lot of men into the box. Bright's there, Warren Bright, nice little goal. Ballantyne with the assist, his 20th of the season. Give that man a coconut. 20 goals in 21 league games. In fact, I don't think he started the first game of the season, so I guess that's 20 in 20. Great little ball in, first time volley at the near post. Ballantyne with the assist. The Red Imps fans in the away end are not happy about that, but I certainly am. 4-2, and we're looking pretty good here now with half an hour left. If we could grab a few more goals, re-establish the 3-goal cushion we had, that'd be great, and we will do. Ballantyne with the shot and the goal, his 4th goal of the season. I'll tell you what, he's had an impact in this game and the previous game, really. And at 5-2, the drink's back out, the champagne is back on ice. And it looks like we are going to be celebrating the title here and now. The Red Imps fans look despondent behind their goal, heads in their hands. And 25 minutes left of our season in terms of live comps. There will still be that one game left. But reflecting on this season, I guess we've achieved what I wanted to achieve. I'm a little bit disappointed we didn't win the Gibraltarian kind of second division cup. Or that get any further in the Rock Cup. Although, to be fair, our draw in that competition was a little bit harsh on us, perhaps. But regardless, and despite that, I'm pretty happy with what we've done this year. It's not been an incredibly dominant season, despite, if you look at the league table, how well we've done. There's definitely been games and kind of room for improvement, I guess, in the games that we've not played particularly well in. But at the same time, I feel like we've established a squad. We've got some fairly good players here. And these players, I think, aren't going to be capable of making the step up in the Primera Division, a lot of them. Obviously, we're not going to win every game 6-2, especially next season. It's going to be a big step up, taking on the likes of College Europa and also Lincoln Red Imps. They are going to be stiff opposition for us. But from what I've seen from our team, from the fact that a lot of them are also getting opportunities to play for the Gibraltar national team, I don't feel like we need to suddenly strengthen our team a lot. I feel like we can stick with quite a lot of the players who are already here and really rely on them next season. That is a good performance. And as predicted, that will win us the league with a points total of 49. 21 games played, 15 games won, 4 draws, 2 defeats. We've only conceded 16, which actually isn't the best record in the league. But we have scored 54 goals, averaging almost 3 goals a game. That is a pretty good kind of performance there. And as you can see, we have brought glory to the club. The first ever trophy in the club's history. It's going to be the Segunda 2nd Division. The board are delighted that we won it. They wanted us to reach the promotion playoffs. And that's a great performance. And Ballantyne, I said he was involved in the last game. He got 2 goals and 3 assists. Like, that is a pretty spot-on performance. You won't do much better than that, you wouldn't think. But yeah, we've won the Segunda Division there. In terms of the season, as I mentioned, it's been a pretty good season. I feel like we've really got some established players. The likes of Warren Bright, Legia have done well. Warren Bright yet to sign a new contract with the club. I think he definitely warrants an extension, although looking at it here, he only wants a non-contract one, which could be a little bit of a stumbling block for us, unfortunately. Although we will get a deal hashed out for him. So he is willing to extend his contract by a little bit, although it won't be kind of on a long-term deal. It will be kind of a pay-as-you-go deal. But we've had some pretty good performances. Legia is set to stay. Drimmy is set to stay. Scott Ballantyne, you deserve a contract extension, my son. He's done very well for us in that last game. Again, he'll be on kind of a pay-as-you-go deal. In terms of best performers this year, Danny B, surprise standout player perhaps, the Roman midfielder, not a player who's got a load of assists for a midfielder. You can see 5 assists and 2 goals and an 8.07 average rating. But he's kind of a little bit of an unsung hero of the team. Danny B, of course, not his actual name, but seeing as we couldn't say his last name, which I think is Buagia, maybe Buagia. It sounds good, doesn't it? Danny B sounds a lot better, though, and that is the name that we've now christened him with. He's done well for us. Reyes has done really well for us, a player who joined us fairly late on in the pre-season. A player who I wanted to get in, but he wasn't that interested in talking initially. Very glad we secured his services. A 7.7 average rating for him. 6 assists and 1 goal. 3 player of the matches as well for a right-back is not too shabby. But yeah, all in all, a pretty bloody good first season, if I might say so myself. Looking at our profile, you can see here, nothing too crazy going on. But Gibraltar Apex, we have our first silverware. We're still at the Victoria Stadium. We're still semi-pro. But next year, hopefully, we can push on for potential European qualification. I think that's got to be the aim. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the next season holds. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap up this episode from me. If you have enjoyed, please do smash the like button. If you've got any comments, leave them down below. Let me know what you made of this series so far, what you make of the team, any weaknesses you've noticed, all that good stuff. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.